Oh, a microphony.
And a phony at the mic.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
The Doctor of Discernment is now online.
Much like my show, in that it's a local reaction to things that are happening on a federal level.
Dispensing a daily dose of common sense. No prescription required.
Wow, do I have a boatload of stuff for you, from the crazy to the absurd. Let's start getting into it because, it is bizarro world out there. And I say, if it's obvious to me, should be obvious to everyone. Oh, wow. Who could have seen this coming?
This is the Fourth Hour with Greg Belfrage.
Hold on to your butts.
Broadcasting from my basement bunker beneath Kello Radio. Welcome to the Fourth Hour. It's great to have you along. I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Reminder, no Greg Belfrage show, no Fourth Hour coming up tomorrow. I'll be off tomorrow and Friday as well. So no radio show, no Fourth Hour. I'm going to just enjoy a long holiday weekend. It's been stressful. Yeah, that's just what I'm saying. But I want to wish you a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on, because President Trump on Truth Social says the creeps at the failing New York Times are at it again. And he talks about winning the election, and he goes on to say, I've settled 8 wars, have 48 new stock market highs. Our economy is great. Our country is respected again all over the world, respected like never before. The last administration had the highest inflation in history. I've already brought that down to normal, and prices, including groceries, are coming down. And the president says to do this requires a lot of work and energy. I have never worked so hard in my life. Yet, despite all of this, the radical left lunatics in the soon-to-fold New York Times did a hit piece on me that I am perhaps losing my energy, despite facts that show exactly the opposite. They know this is wrong, as is almost everything that they write about me, including election results, all purposely negative, he says. This cheap rag is truly an enemy of the people. And he said the writer of the story, Katie Rogers, who was assigned to write only bad things about me, is a third-rate reporter who is ugly both inside and out. Despite all of this, I had my highest poll numbers ever, and with record-setting investment being made in America, they should only go up. There will be a day when I run low on energy. It happens to everyone, but with a perfect physical exam and a comprehensive cognitive test that was aced, just recently taken, it certainly is not now. So the New York Times, I've not seen the New York Times piece. You've got to be a subscriber. And I'm like, no, thank you. No, sorry. I'm not becoming a subscriber to the New York Times. I just will not do it. So I have not seen this piece, but the president going off on it on True Social today. What else he got on True Social right now? He said there is a new word for a Trump Republican, which is almost everyone. And he said, great policy is the key. And so it is Republican or T-Publican. So he puts T-E Publican or T-Publican. So a Trump Republican, you're a T-Publican. I do appreciate the president's sense of humor. I think you have to. Trying to see if there's anything else on his True Social account this morning. A lot of it is, he's endorsements. He's endorses a lot of folks. Yeah. And then the last thing I'm seeing, and what I had already seen, he was talking about Ukraine. Over the past week, he said, my team has made tremendous progress with respect to ending the war between Russia and Ukraine. And he said the original 28-point peace plan, which was drafted by the United States, has been fine-tuned with additional input from both sides. And there are only a few remaining points of disagreement. In the hopes of finalizing this peace plan, I have directed Steve Witkoff to meet with President Putin in Moscow. And at the same time, Secretary of the Army Dan Driscoll will be meeting with the Ukrainians. He says, I will be briefed on all progress made, along with the Vice President, Secretary of State, so on. So he says, I'm look forward to hopefully meeting with President Zelensky and Putin soon, but only when the deal to end this war is final or in the final stages. So not there yet. I think a lot of us have been hoping that we would get there, but not there yet, according to Brian. I love this comment. Yeah, I guess it does, Brian. A T pendant. Absolutely right. Okay. This is a story from the New York Post. And it's coming from Miranda Devine's podcast. She does a really great podcast called Pod Force One. Miranda Devine does. And this Marty Makary, it's Marty Makary. Dr. Anthony Fauci orchestrated a massive cover-up about the origins of COVID-19 while he was serving as America's, top health official. So Makary said that as the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, Fauci went to great lengths to suppress the theory that COVID-19 leaked out of a research lab in China, and which I think we knew that Fauci had been doing this. But he said one thing that's extremely obvious that very few people realize, and certainly hardly anyone in the medical establishment where I come from realized, is that Fauci was involved in a massive cover-up of the origins of COVID. He says whether or not he was involved in the experiments or funding the experiments that led to the origins of COVID, he was clearly 100% involved in the cover-up. This does not surprise me. I've never trusted him. What was your level of trust of Anthony Fauci? I think many of us just did not trust Anthony Fauci at all. So you can find more on that story at the New York Post. Also, the Washington Examiner's got a piece. Donald Trump is known for making his endorsements, right? Trump makes a lot of endorsements, and not always successful, but a lot of times, most of the time, he's got a pretty damn good batting average when it comes to making endorsements. And so the Washington Examiner is noting here that Trump has not made a lot of endorsements. And I think it's still early. It's still early. It is still early. I mean, we're a year away, nearly, a year away from next November's elections. But Republican strategists are saying the caution Trump is taking right now is intentional. You're seeing more maturity and calculation now, a shrewd operation deciding what helps his agenda and what doesn't. He said Trump's in, this is Matthew Bartlett, who is a GOP strategist. And he says Trump's influence is not diminished. He says he continues to be a rare bird in that respect. Arguably, he just forced out one of his top allies and friends, Marjorie Taylor Greene, with the threat of endorsing a primary opponent. He doesn't have to hit send on an endorsement for it to matter. Yeah, absolutely right. So Trump says, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's done. And what does she wind up doing? She's done. She's like, yeah, it's over. she's going to be retiring from Congress coming up in January, right? So January, she's done. Trump, Trump, Trump's got a lot of power. He's honestly, his words people pay attention to, and it's pretty incredible. Speaking of Marjorie Taylor Greene and all of the stories from the last few days, the Guardian's got a story from this morning, within the last few hours. Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. I wish he would be quiet because every time he opens his mouth, I want to kick him in the ass. I really, forgive me, but I do. I mean, I'm just being candid with you. Kevin McCarthy has said Marjorie Taylor Greene's abrupt resignation is a sign of broader trouble for the GOP next year, given several House Republicans are leaving. And so he was on Fox News yesterday and talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's almost like the canary in a coal mine. So, she is one of the first. She's the canary in a coal mine. I just don't believe that. I really don't. I don't know what's going on with some of these folks. They get into power and they start to shift. And I don't know if they're ever as committed to their ideals as they would have us believe, when they first achieve office, and they start to shift almost as soon as they're in power. Is there something, I've asked this question many times before. Is there something in the water in Washington that does this to people? Trump seems to be immune, but a lot of, you get something in the congressional, office building, office space. Is there something that's just, I just really do not get it. So I really don't have a lot of other stuff for you this morning. We're going to go a little bit shorter than normal. Normally, we go about 20 minutes each day. But I want to wish you great Thanksgiving. I hope you and your family have a terrific Thanksgiving. If you're a follower of mine on Facebook, I asked this morning, if there are particular things that you like, you enjoy on Thanksgiving. What do you look forward to on Thanksgiving? Family and friends are first and foremost, I think, for many, many of us. But what are the other things, that you enjoy? There's a lot. It's the food, it's the stuffing, it's football, it's just a lot. So I welcome your comments on Facebook. Please join in the conversation there. I'm sorry to have been a little bit absent on Facebook. For those of you who are Facebook followers, sorry to have been absent the last few days. There have just been some other issues that really needed my attention. And I just got away, and other stuff that, priorities that I had to take care of. So I apologize. Doesn't mean you're not important to me. You are very much so. And I've said this before when it comes to Thanksgiving. Every Thanksgiving, part of what I do is I spend time reflecting on you and the folks that really make the show and breathe life into the Greg Belfrage Show. I'm just so grateful for all of you, the callers to the radio show, those who listen, those who send me emails, who engage, whether it's on the radio, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube. I just appreciate all of you so much. And I've said this in the past, and it really is, I'm not just blowing smoke at you. I'm very, very sincere in trying to relay my thanks to you for making the show a part of your life. That means a lot to me. And I work hard to try to keep it that way. I want to talk about things that are important, going to be important to you. Not always, talk about a wide variety and a range of things, but I want to be talking about things that are important to you, especially at the core, whether it's family, whether it's country, those kinds of things. And I just want to thank all of you this year. I want to wish you a really, really happy Thanksgiving. No Greg Belfrage show tomorrow or Friday. I'll be taking a couple of days off, but I'll be back on Monday, God willing. And I hope you have a terrific Thanksgiving holiday. All right, you have made it to the end of the video, so you are part of my gallery of champions. Special salute to the Bunker Brigade. Those are the folks that are here each and every day. Appreciate your comments. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Until Monday, my friend. I'll be back on Monday. Till then, I'm underground and gone.